Hello, my name is Harshvardhan, and together with my team member Yakub, we're going to present a poster named Unified IoT Cloud Framework for Environmental Monitoring and Response. So here, as we all know that climate change and environmental degradation are global challenges that impact public health, food security, infrastructure resilience, raising greenhouse gas emissions, urban populations, and like many agriculture issues and whatnot. So in order to tackle those, like we have proposed a smart data-driven framework that leverages IoT and cloud techniques to monitor environmental threats and plan predicts risk using AI models and deliver real-time alerts to help communicate and respond as soon as possible. So that's what was the introduction was. So moving on to objective here. So like climate changes are like diverse and far-reaching. Like urban sectors like Delhi, plus air pollution. Rural area like some of the areas in Maharashtra, they are always the lack of they don't have water. Like disaster-prone areas in Sydney, in Australia, like we see like there's like bushfire every year in California as well. I think it was last year. So like things like that, if we had a system which could alert our um, disaster response system as early as possible, we could not prevent it, but we could um, prevent a lot losses of a lot of uh, value. So that's what the objective is. For the system architecture, I believe that my team member Yakub has presented well regarding the smart city and air pollution and all that. But I'm gonna talk about mo- mostly about smart farming and disaster monitoring. So before we go that, we'll just look into system architecture. So like in system architecture, like we propose like four-layer architecture designed for scalability and real-time decision making. So first is like session layer, which like deploys smart IoT sensors to monitor air quality and like it like senses all of the uh, information or data like air quality data like soil moisture, temperature, flood level, like water level. Second is the edge gateway layer. So using LoRaWAN and NB IoT protocol sensor data is transmitted to low power range and low range networks gateway and pre-process this data before sending it to cloud. So in the cloud, we can process this data and we have make these dashboards, like in which dashboard you can see the real-time data after it's been processed. So yeah, that's it. Mm, that was the cloud processing layer and output layer. Like output layer could be anything. Like it could be SMS, it could be a dashboard, it could be like any application which judges like real time, mm, uh, basically like live score. We're watching live score to any match. Yeah, basically just like that. Uh, so what are the use cases and results for this? So you can see that. As I mentioned earlier, that in Delhi, it's been we are using this as reduce air pollution. Other good example is like smart farming in Queensland. That's a good example as well. In Australia and Japan, there is like a lot of bushfire, so they are using this so so they can reduce this economic losses from the natural disaster. So what could we benefit from this? So uh, we got several benefits for this, like improved disaster response to early detection alerts, efficient water management, like we will use less water and uh, will yield more crop that uh, more fruit or whatever. So, but that is the reduction in urban pollution exposure. Like in urban area, there's a lot of pollution. So it's a simple fact that if like in an urban city, like if there is a progress development of certain place, like there's bound to be a pollution because we are using a lot of resources, which is not like environmental friendly. So that's why there will be pollution. So in order to reduce that, we need to think about what about steps. So this could be a big step over that. Uh, like automatically, if we are improving the urban environment, so uh, people who are living there health will automatically improve. So that's a plus point. A scalable and cost-effective deployment. Mm. So yeah, it's not that hard once it's deployed, and it's not hard to maintain as well. So what we get from this on log in conclusion, I can say that our unified IoT cloud framework provides a powerful, scalable solution to address some of the world's most urgent environmental challenges. By combining sensor networks, edge computing, a cloud-based AI analytics, and automated alert system, we can create safer, healthier, and more sustainable community. This multidisciplinary approach not only prepares us for the immediate threats, but also lays the foundation for the long-term climate resilience and sustainable development. So, thank you. That's all from me. So, all the references are here, as you can see. Thank you so.
Hello, sir. My name is Mohammed Yaqub, and today I want to talk about critical global issues, climate change, and environmental degradations. So, across the world, we are facing rising temperatures more frequently, natural disaster, and polluted air and water. These problems are closely linked to how we use natural resources, especially in developing countries where economic growth often comes at the cost of the environment. The impact is massive, not just on the planet, but also on people's lives. Climate change is increasing food and water shortages, displacing communities, and even creating conflict over natural resources. Urban areas are struggling with air pollution and health issues, while rural regions facing droughts, soil degradation, and crop failures. We also see that poor communities are the most affected, even though they are contributed the least to problem. Without proper system in place, they left valuable to floods, heat waves, and resource shortages. But even though the issue is complex and global, we are not helpless, and this is where IoT can play a powerful role. Now let's move on the solution about how can we solve this problem by using IoT. So as an IoT student, I believe that technology can give us real solution. For example, smart farming system can use IoT sensor to monitor soil moisture, temperature, and weather condition in real time. This helps farmers make better decisions, save water, and grow crops more efficiently even during climate stress. On the other hand, in cities, IoT device can monitor pollution, traffic emissions, and energy use with real-time data. Government can take first action like adjusting traffic flow or limiting emissions to improve air quality and reduce carbon footprints. In addition, for those areas at risk of flooding or sea level is rise, IoT-based environmental monitoring system can provide early warning by tracking coastal condition and weather patterns, helping communities stay safe and better prepared. So, in short, while climate change is a serious global threat, IoT gives us tools to respond smarter, faster, and more sustainably. So, thank you, sir.